You know, one of the most ridiculous things that I see on here is when people talk about the 4x4 stuff. They think because the manufacturer puts 4x4 auto in some of the vehicles that that's how it's supposed to be run, or they can just run it whenever the hell they want. Some vehicles were built with provisions to run in 4x4 auto all the time. But when you're running big aggressive tires, when you're running oversized tires, when you've got a pretty beefy tire as it is, and you've got something like, let's just use my Bronco that I had for instance, the 2021 Bronco that the dude paid like $90,000 for. It was like a first edition or something like that. And he drove it around in 4 auto all the time and said it would chatter a little bit in parking lots whenever I'd turn real tight into spots. Yeah, it's because you have it in 4 auto, and the 4-wheel drive is trying to engage when you're turning into parking spots because one wheel is turning at different speed than the other, and it thinks it needs to catch up. I don't get these people that try to justify that. If it's dry, clear pavement and it's not wet or slippery, there's no reason for the vehicle to be in 4x4 auto. None. If you can put it in too high and leave it alone, then put it in too high and leave it alone and stop arguing about it. It's got a clutch type system inside it that anytime it feels like it's binding or turning at different rates and it's not slippery and the wheels can't slip like they're supposed to as 4-wheel drive is engaging, you are literally ruining the transfer case. It is not debatable. I have called up the manufacturers themselves, not the people that sell it on the vehicle, but the manufacturer themselves of the transfer cases. No. If it's on drive pavement, it's really not meant to be run that way. Yes, there are some vehicles that in sport mode, it will shift into 4x4 auto. Because if it detects wheel slip, it needs to be able to engage those wheels because it's in sport mode. But 4x4 sport mode, unless you're drag racing somebody in a straight line or you're off-road, you shouldn't even put it in 4x4 sport. Or put the truck in sport mode so it takes 4x4 and it auto engages it because it's in sport mode. You running around on a street is not anything, you have no reason to be in sport mode. Unless you're making the truck perform because you need a reason to perform or you're off-roading it, there's no reason for it to be in sport mode. And the purpose for it engaging sport or 4-wheel drive is because it's in sport mode. It's trying to give you maximum traction regardless of the damage being done. It's not rocket science. It's not worth talking about. I don't know why people think that they should come here and try to explain why they're right. And it's stupid. Stop doing it. Be a little bit more than... Get out of your own mind thinking that you know everything. And listen to the people that do this stuff every single day, that fix these cars every single day. Stop driving around with your truck in 4x4 auto. If you can put it in 2-wheel drive, put it in 2-wheel drive on clean, dry days. It's that fucking simple. Nobody needs to dumb it down anymore for you. And if you do, then you shouldn't be driving. Have a great day.